Thank you, Rainbow Push family. Thank you, WVON family, for being in attendance today. This is the Cliff Kelly Day here at Rainbow Push. Now, the good news is there will be more to come. Nowhere in the Bible is there retirement. So, Governor Kelly, you are not retiring. So we're going to get him repositioned, and we're going to keep this institutional knowledge right here with us. Before I give my remarks and a tribute to Governor Kelly, Dad, if I could, I would like to say a few words about a topic that is touching me deeply this week. We've all seen the news of the cheating scandal that's going on in major universities. And if you haven't, let me explain it to you. A part of a scheme has been revealed on how the wealthy and the elite get into the schools that apparently have prestigious names. But now we know, as I had long suspected and has been confirmed, that those that have maybe the most prestigious and popular degrees are not the brightest students. And in this month of African American women in history, you've seen the competent attorney Lori Lightfoot, you've seen the talented and the competent county board president, Mrs. Toni Preckwinkle. You know one thing, they didn't cheat to get into school. I couldn't help but just think of, as I saw Miss Juanita Lattimore sing here, for those of you that are not in the auditorium, that was not Memorex, that was not a soundtrack. She was not cheating. She can really sing the opera. Shaka Khan did her thing, coming from Kenwood, and another bright, talented, beautiful young lady, Miss Juanita Lattimore, also a Kenwood graduate, that has sung in Israel, has sung in Mexico, was at the 2009 when I first heard her at the Pavilion in 2009 right here in Chicago. She has mastered her art. When I think of Serena and Venus Williams, although having been drug tested the most, they have never cheated. Even when you get a ref to take points away in a highly competitive match, even though we have the first Haitian woman that they call Asian because she won, she never cheated a day in her life. When I think of Althea Gibson, never had a chance to cheat. When I think of all of the African American women, I am so proud of you. I say congratulations, and I say God bless you and keep you. The second point I want to make is on this academic cheating scandal. There's a front door. What does the front door to getting into the university mean? That means you take the test with the same amount of time, with the mental acuity to go on and try to pass it. Then there is something called the back door, where the grades may be lower because you have outstanding talents, i.e. playing basketball, i.e. generating money for football, where you can't take the whole list of all of the academic courses and curriculums that are available. They tell you these are the 4 or 5 majors that you can have playing basketball. And many of those men and women are highly talented, but because they have to work for the university and make the university money, they have to have their own tutors, their own dorm, stay off campus all of the time, traveling this entire month to make money for the university so that the boosters can come in. Now, this is a slippery slope they start going down when they say that you cannot have donors' children get in to the university. How does that happen, Governor Kelly? Maybe we can talk about this coming Tuesday. Because when they say you can't have the donors' money to get their children into the school if they're not academically qualified, oh my goodness. Who's going to donate the $25 and the $50 and $100 million to put their names on the business schools? Who's going to donate the $50 and $100 million to put their name on the athletic arenas? After they donate the big money, of course they find extra consideration to let the rich and the powerful's children go to school. We've seen the front door. We've seen the back door. Now what's being discovered is the underground and the side door. Now, it's not appropriate to talk about anyone's children because we all have to go through something. And having been a professor, I've learned that all children have special needs. Someone would say, well, I'm not special needs. I would say, oh, if I had a chance to talk with you, I would find a special need that you have. If you wear glasses, that's a special need. If you have a hearing aid, that's a special need. If you need additional time on the test, that's a special need. If you have any other consideration, a makeup exam, you've got a special need, Governor. So we all have special needs. But my God, in closing on this part, before I introduce my good friend, Governor Cliff Kelly, and you all should tune in for one of our last segments coming up on Tuesday, WVON 1690. How challenged is your child that you have to spend $6.5 million to get them into the school? And the irony of it is, having been born in the right zip code, having had the best teachers, having spent the most money for the best tutors, having had all the additional services and resources that you need to have all of those advantages of life, now you're going to find a way to pay a man to say you have a disability. That is the part that is so disgusting. The person that actually used their merit, that actually worked in crewing and golf and hockey, whatever athletic endeavor you did in basketball and baseball, someone's going to cheat that already had an advantage? Well, that's just one part. Now we need to talk about where are we in the graduate school programs now that we know that it's not fair? Where are we in the admissions and the selections now that we know that people are buying time to take the test? If you have more time to take the test, you should do better. That is what the IEP is all about. There are 50,000 students in the city of Chicago's public school system that qualify for IEP, the individual education plan, but they're not given individual instruction. We have geniuses right here that have not been given the resources they need. Let's open up the playing field and make it level for all. Our best and brightest are not at the top universities. It's been exposed. And you see the videos of their children laughing and making a mockery of not even wanting to be in school. In case you're not in here today, Christiana has no teleprompter. She's not a cheater. That child is gifted and should have the right to go to the best school and not be denied because somebody else's child that doesn't work hard, that's not willing to take advantage of all of the resources they have, but they want to cheat on the last exam. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to open this up because it happens in the construction industry. We can have the best price, but they say, you were close. You were within striking distance. You almost had it. You were a lie and a half. You cheated on the bidding process. It was rigged. Then you come back and do an adjustment and say, I had to do a change order after we all submitted this final price so you can raise your price to recoup your profits. You can see it in the medical services. Our women don't have equal access on the south and the southwest sides to get to the county hospital. I look at Northwestern University Hospital, great hospital. They're one of the leading kidney hospitals in the United States of America. Is there a Northwestern facility on the south side of Chicago? Don't we need kidneys too? Ladies and gentlemen, this cheating scandal is going to roar. It's going to go on and on. So why am I telling you this? Where's the hope? I want you to keep your children encouraged. So what if your child didn't make it to the school of their choice? Tell them they're beautiful on the inside. Tell them they're young, gifted, black and brown and white, and that they deserve their fair shot. Don't let one rejection letter from a university of your child diminish your child's hopes. Because the best and brightest don't always get accepted. That's the message I want you to take away from that. And the children that had the most advantage still found a way to cheat. all along saying, I embrace diversity. I'm all for business with a heart. I'm all for being against Donald Trump. I'm all for giving to the Negro and the poor and the minority causes. And then you use your wealth, your power, your influence to cheat, to lock those same minorities out. That's it, Benny. For the man we're here to honor today, I'm thinking I'm on WVON with Cliff right now. I didn't know this was recorded, but I mean it. My friend, the governor of talk radio in Chicago. What does that really mean? That means he has his hands on the heartbeat. That means he feels us. Governor Kelly and I have been able to talk about the economies of India because he's been, to China because he's been, to Brazil, Mexico, Japan because he's been. A man right here in our own midst that's a scholar, a legal mind, an attorney by trade, having served 16 years in our city, having been in the state legislature, who had revised and amended and updated our state constitution. A man who sits humbly on the south side of Chicago, teaching facts. He's quite humorous, but he has all of the facts. A man that fact checks me. The governor of talk radio, who's born in Chicago. A young man right here from our own midst that's a veteran, who's still gonna host the Heroes program on Saturday. A man who's unafraid and unapologetic to talk about the African American community, to tell the powers that be the truth. A man that I have found to be giving and loving and sharing. A man that I look forward to continuing my work with on educating, uplifting, and inspiring our community so that we can get to the height and the position that God wants us to be. Without further ado, a veteran from the military who served honorably, a legislator and a statesman, a scholar and a radio commentator, host, analyst, the Honorable Cliff Kelly.
Deep in my heart, oh, I believe that we shall overcome someday. Somebody sing, we shall overcome. We shall overcome there. We shall overcome someday.